what if part of you doesn't actually want to recover? Well, that was the question one of my colleagues asked me, and it made me so angry. Like, I can still feel the anger when I remember it, but idea was that I was talking to her about my recovery process and how it's going, because it fits very close into my field, and she gave me a new perspective of what if part of you doesn't really want to recover? Have you ever considered that? Have you ever thought why you are trying so hard but it still doesn't work? After my anger went away, which took some time, I'm not proud of it, but it did, I thought about it and she was right. Let me clarify. It doesn't mean that you are torturing yourself on purpose. It's not that you want secretly to struggle. What she meant is that what if there is a belief underneath that makes recovery feel unsafe, that makes recovery feel like a threat. This is level 3 of recovery stage, and it is belief. So let's talk about it. This is not the beliefs that we consciously have as people. Those are beliefs which came from the childhood, maybe from environment, from the culture. I don't really know. For me, it was mix of 3. This level matters a lot because we might consciously want to recover, we want to lose weight, but there are a lot of things underneath that makes it unsafe for us to do. Like one of the people I worked with, she was told that she will not get kidnapped if she will be heavier. So for her, being heavy meant that she was safe. Nobody can lift her. And when she had the choice of should I be skinny or should I be overweight, the stakes were unfair. Like one was, should I be under danger all the time or should I be safe all the time? That was how her brain was interpreting things, because somehow somebody told her that she would be safer that way. So just imagine this contradiction that is happening in your brain all the time. On one side, I want to lose weight, I want to feel skinny, I want to feel more confident, I want the food noise to go away, I want to feel the freedom. On the other hand, it all might mean that you will be in more danger. You will have to change your life. You will have to do all the things you wanted to do when you lose weight. Not only it's associated with a lot of excitement, but it's also a lot of stress, because most of the people I know, not only it has very deep fears behind it of I'm not gonna feel safe anymore, but also things that are accountability. Like I had full list of things I wanted to do after I lose weight, and when I lost it, now I had to do it because excuse was gone. And that is also one of the fears, one of the things we're afraid of, and that is very normal, that is very human. We all do that, we just don't see we do that. That's the difficult part. You don't know, you never know that you're doing this until somebody pinpoints it to you, and then real recovery starts. Then these deeper issues are fixed, fears are fulfilled to the point when you see that there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. If one part of me saying that I want to lose weight, and another part is saying that it's dangerous for me to lose weight because I will be more vulnerable, that is a resistance, right? And then we sabotage ourselves without understanding, why did I do that? I wanted to lose weight, why I couldn't stop eating it? Then you feel guilty about it. Then guilt makes you want to eat more. And this cycle never ends. That is the very painful part of binge eating. And that's where self-sabotage starts making sense. It's not the self-destruction, which we often associate self-sabotage with. It's actually a self-defense. Your brain is helping you that way. It just is not the correct way for you. But your brain, your body, you don't know any other way to do that. Sometimes food is connected with safety. That was the case for me. Sometimes it's connected to protection, also for me. Sometimes it's connected to comfort, to connection, love or reward or rebellion also. Food can be symbol for a lot of things for us. For me, it was protection and safety. For a lot of people I worked with, it was protection too, but we usually have mix. And like connection, loneliness is also one of the big ones. If you only ask yourself how to stop eating, you might miss the deeper question. You might not find the deeper reason. But if you ask yourself, what does this behavior protect? What does it express? What does it give me? What is the benefit I'm getting being overweight? What if I will never lose weight? So I will give you questions I use to find the beliefs and then how to change them. We already started with some of the questions on what if I will never lose weight? What does this behavior protect? Does it express? What does it give me? The second one. Then what thin people are like in my mind, because when I asked myself that question, I didn't realize that I was associating thin people to sick people, which doesn't make any sense at all. Like, it's out of logic completely. But I had this belief that if you're healthy, you have to be on a chubbier side, which is wild. But unintentionally, like unconsciously, I was choosing, do I want to be thin or do I want to be healthy? And obviously, I was unconsciously always choosing healthy. That's why I was always struggling to lose weight. That's what I mean when I tell you the importance of the questions and why you should ask it to yourself and what are the conclusions we can get. Because moment I got this realization from the question that I think thin people are sick people, I'm like, it's not true. Then I collected a bunch of proof. I know a bunch of thin people who are perfectly healthy with their life. And the belief somehow went away. But that's why it's important to know. So let's continue with questions. What does eating allow me to avoid? What feels unsafe about changing? What value is this behavior trying to protect? And what did I learn about food growing up? For me, as I mentioned, safety was a huge one. So when I understood how important safety was and how much it was connected to me staying overweight and me staying in the struggle with a lot of tries but not success with recovery, I started collecting proof that I am safe at any shape, which was not very difficult to do. If you understand what is the core belief you have, you will first, most likely you will be surprised, because every core belief I found, they surprised me. The second will be that now you know what is the job food is doing for you. What is the thing you are using food for except nutrition, except nourishing your body, and you can fulfill those needs without food. If I'm searching for connection, if food is part of the connection for me, I can find this connection without food by finding the people. When we find our belief, we will find the ways to know what is the specific emotion, what is the specific thing or list of things that we are using food for, and then you're gonna fulfill those needs without food in equation, and that's how food noise will go away. It's not all. We need to do other things for the food noise as well, but it's gonna decrease. You will learn how to regulate yourself, how to regulate your emotions without using food, and food noise will just go away, because food noise is not actually an enemy. It's your body's way of giving you signals because you caught those signals every single time. Like with the food noise, your body was able to communicate with you, and every other thing it tried didn't work that well, so food noise stayed. This is the level 3 because at this level, recovery becomes deeper than emotional regulation. It becomes deeper than behavior change. You are becoming the version of yourself, which was the goal always. Because if food noise is gone, if you're thinner, you are already a different version of yourself, even if one of those is true, even if only one of those happens. So every change we make is changing the beliefs a little bit. It might strengthen it or it might weaken it, but it always affects the beliefs. And we finding what are specific beliefs we have around food is deeper work we all have to do. Unfortunately, we can't avoid it if we want to completely recover from the binge eating and emotional eating. That leads us to the deepest level, which is fourth one, the identity. That's it for the video. I will see you in the next one. I think in the most important one, if I'm honest. So, see you there.